Hello, in this lecture we are going to add the PHP which is going to help us to add the comment from this form. So we need the similar type of code which we added in our add new post file which help us to add the new post. So I'm gonna copy all of this code from line 4 from this file of add new post.php. All the code which help us to add the new post. Now the same code is going to help us add the new comment in our database. So right at the top of fullpost.php, right before doc type, I'm going to add the copied code right here. Now many things will be similar here as well. Now first you can see we got this button of submit, and here in this form you can also see we got the name of this button to be submit as well. Then right on the top you can see we got the variable of title. Now this title is going to be changed to name also here, because this name belong to this field of name, this one. So this one should match this name of this input field. Then we will be changing this category to email, and also this one to be email as well. You can see we got the next field, its type is email and the name is email. So we need to grab this one and we need to put it right here. The next one will be the comment variable, and its super global will be comment as well. Here you can see this one, this text area has the name of comment, so we need to mention it right here. Then there will be date and time, so I'm gonna leave it as it is. The admin name here, we don't need this admin name because this is the code that the user or the site visitor is going to add. And also we don't need this image, also the target for the image. Then you can see we got the validation on title field, so I'm gonna make this field to be on name, and also let's make this one to be email and comment as well. So in case if the name is empty or we have the email to be empty or we have the comment to be empty, then we will say that all fields are required, and we don't have to redirect our user because we want the user to be on the page. So removing this redirection from here, and then we will say that if the comment section is greater than 300, or let's make it to 500, then we will say that only 500 characters are allowed in comment, and then we don't need this redirection from here as well. So if these validations work, then we are going to insert the data in our table. So I'm going to remove this whole query from here, and we don't have the table for the comments, so I'm gonna save this full post.php file for now and move back to my browser, opening the phpMyAdmin. Here you can see we got this PHP CMS, our database. So now I'm going to create new table with the name of comments. Let's also define the field, first one to be ID, then we will have date and time. Then the next field will be about name. Then we will have the field of email. The type of this one will be int, length will be 10. We also have to make it to primary key and also auto incremented. Then for the date and time, I'm gonna make it varchar, and let's make it to 50, and the name field will be the varchar as well, adding the 200 for the name and also varchar for email and adding 200 right here. Now saving the structure of this table, opening this table now, And let's also add 2 more columns right here. Now the first column will be for our comment. The second column will be for status. Their type will be varchar. The comment length will be 500 and the status will be 5. Now before saving the structure of these fields, now let me tell you about the status. First, by default, from this page of full blog post.php, we are going to send value of off in this status input field. Then we are going to give our admin access to change the status from off to be on. Then we will only show the comment which has the status of on this page. So in case if you are having problem while learning this status field, don't have to worry about it. When we are going to do the approval and disapproval from the admin on comments, you will be able to understand this concept of adding this field. Now saving the structure of this field, browsing our table of comments and structure, you can see we got the column of ID, date and time, name, email, comments and status. Now we can easily add the content to this table. So back to my editor, right where we remove our query, I'm gonna add the query to be here. So adding our query right here, we need to insert into the table of comments which we just made, this table of comments, and you can also see that we got the S at the end. Insert into comments, then we have to mention the column name which we got in our table. We got date and time, name, email, comment and status. We don't have to do for ID because it's auto incremented. So back to my editor, adding the column name, date, time to be the first one, then we got a name, then email, then comment and then status at last. Now let's add the values to these fields. So I'm gonna add the values keyword right here, and inside the parenthesis, first we need to mention the value of date and time, then we have to separate it with comma, and now adding the name field, then we are going to add the email one, then there will be field for the comment, then at last for this status I'm going to add the default value here to be off. This is the ending quotation of this query and this one semicolon right here. Then we are going to execute our query. We don't need this command of move upload file, and if the query executes successfully, we are going to say that comment submitted successfully, and we will redirect our user to the page on the user added the comment post.php. And also we need to take care of this ID, so the user could only redirect it to the same page where he added that comment. So for the search query parameter will be ID, then inside the PHP scope we need to echo this ID of 8. So I'm gonna first get this ID of 8 by using the super global of get. So right here we define the variable. I'm gonna add one variable of post ID, and this variable will be equal to the super global of get, which is going to get this ID from the URL. So now adding the ID here. So we got this ID in this post ID variable. So now we can echo this one right here. Looks good to me. Now also if something went wrong, we are going to redirect our user to the same page of fullpost.php where the user was on. And also we have to mention the same attribute in our form so that our form work according to that page. So we got the form right here. So the action attribute of this form will be this new one, full post.php. ID will be this ID from the URL. Now saving this one, looks good. Let's add the comment now. So first refreshing this page, we got the error on line 16. So what's the error right here? The error is we didn't add the if ending parenthesis. So adding it right here, saving this one. Now refreshing the page, no error at all. So if I add the comment to be Jazib Akram and email to be jazibakram@gmail.com, comment to be testing, submit this comment, we did got the session message and you can see we got something bad right here. So in case if I can show you this table of comment, we did add the comment in our database, but we got some problem right here. So we need to tackle that problem. So back to my editor, right here where we redirect our user to the page, we accidentally add the PHP scope. We don't need this because this one is just the quote. So we can simply add the curly braces around this one to make it comment, and also adding it to here as well. Now saving this one, refreshing the page to be the back one. Now let's add one more comment right here, name be Eli, email will be same one, comment will be testing2, submit. We submitted our form and in the database we got this new entry as well here of name Ali and comment to be testing2, but still we don't get the session message here. It because we didn't add the echo statement to output those session message. So we need to call those session message. So in this file of add new post, you can see we got the PHP scope in which we are echoing our session messages. So we also have to add those session message here. Where you want to put them, it's up to you. So I'm gonna put the session message right below the heading and PHP in our main area right here. Now saving this one, refreshing the page, you can see we got the session message right here. So adding one new comment to be Jazib, email, comment to be testing3, submit. We got the message, comment submitted successfully. And here in the database you can see we got third entry right here. Now we also have to connect this table of comment with our post so that we can track down our comments, that which comment belong to which one, and we can do that by using foreign key. So in the next lecture we are going to connect this table of comments with our this table of admin_panel.